Hello, everybody. This is Indigenous Monstrosity, and I am Monstrositus X. Uh, Last time I was telling y'all about the Stone God story, and I got off on a tangent because I get excited about drawing and everything, so I forget myself. And so this is part two, and I'm going back to my tangent. This is the story that I was telling you about. I was drawing about introducing my characters uh, into the X-Men universe, right? Because at first, let me see, I can show you the character. Let me see, I think he's here. I think he's here. No, I think I might have moved him. Oh, no. Him. He was called the Mega Mutant. That's what I used to call him because I was all into the X-Men. So, yeah. When I first created him back in 83, back in 83, when I first did this, drew this, created this, whatever, it was 83, and I was deep into my art, and, yeah, uh, this was my first creation, and I think I told you before, I lost my markers, so I couldn't get the colors replaced, so this was the updated look, and I kind of liked it, the darker color, but I do still like the light color, so who knows, maybe it'll be two versions in the story. Maybe I'll use them both, because I have updated him. This is no longer how he looks, so you've seen another updated version on my page, but he's going to get updated again because he's no longer a mutant. I have created my own breeds and classifications and all of that. I don't want to steal from nobody. I don't want to bite off of anybody. I do have characters, but that has nothing to do with their genetic. Well, maybe it does, but in a different way. I'm not using anything that I try not to use anything, but if I do, because everything's been done already, so it's not like I'm trying to steal. I'm just trying to be original by trying to use my own brain to think up things instead of trying to directly go to something I've already seen. So back in the day, he was supposed to have, well, I already said that he's some sort of synthetic, but that's as far as I'm going to go from here on out. But the original story was going to be the person who created him was going to be coming to Professor X to ask for help to how to save him because there was something wrong, and uh, and in his genetics, I guess I could say. I guess, but anyway, uh, so that was Wolverine, and that was Jean, and they was talking about a problem that they was having. They was in the midst of something. I think somebody was missing, and in the process, see, I don't know if y'all could see this. Everything showed up in the video when I was looking at it, so I'm hoping that everything's showing up here, because everything's so light. I've been drawing very lightly for years, just to avoid having to tear up the paper when I erase, because was everything I did was erase, because I was trying to spare paper. So, uh, I went on to having them in the discussion. I didn't do back pages. I should have, but I would only do one page. They was in the discussion, and Wolverine. I hate the way the face came out here. Wolverine. I just didn't like what I did with the mouth or the mask or anything. Straight out of my head. I don't think I used any references. So that's what I try to do, but I have to use references. I know I'm going to have to use references if I want my drawings to be, well, they're already going to be far better than this, but because this is back in the 90s, early 90s, if I'm not mistaken. So, and that was my Jean. Her eyes are way too close. I don't put the bridge in the face like that anymore. Her chin could have been pointier a little bit, but yeah, so. And I don't like his face either, Professor X. I don't draw like this anymore. But that was supposed to, and there's no up angles, no down angles. Everything was kind of flat. But I was trying to give different perspectives, as far as angles, different sides, and that was basically it. I don't know why I stopped, but right here I was doing another top-down building drawing. Had the perspective down here, and hold on, there it is. Had the perspective down here, and it was up trying to fill a page, but for some reason I stopped. The story never went on from there. So here's a little something I was playing around with my women, trying to get my women's forms down, the hips and everything, and the thinner necks and the less muscular arms. These are things I've been working on. This was a friend, his drawing, and I might have told you all a story before about me not going to school, and this other friend of mine, he did go to school, but I thought I drew better than him. So it was a little competition between us. I thought it was a light, friendly competition, and I think he took it a little bit more seriously than I did. But I thought I drew better, so I used to say it, But he colored better than me because he went to school, got all that color theory. So I gave him a drawing of mine to color and ink, and he made it look like this. He made it look like this. He turned my drawing into this, and I was pissed. I was pissed. He did all of this with the knees and all of that. Oh, I was pissed. I could never get over it. Never. So, one of the kids' drawings, the nephew's, not my nephew's niece. Another one of the nephews. Oh, my Fantastic Four. This is my Fantastic Four. This is supposed to be Johnny. And then the thing. Did he have a cigar? Yeah, he does have a cigar. See? See the cigar? And then Mr. Fantastic. And over here is a shield. One of Sue's blocking off some shots. Ricochets, and she's over here. And he's trying to reach his hands around. Big punch over here. Big stretchy arm. And he's grabbing her with this big hand. Fantastic Four was one of my first favorite heroes groups. I think it had to be because there wasn't too many back then. Back in the 60s and 70s. I don't recall the Avengers, but I don't think I was into the Avengers back then. I do have some Avengers books, but that was later. I think my first comic books was Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, X-Men, that big the introductory one where I think Havoc disappears or dies, where they introduced the new X-Men, and then my nephew took that book to school, stole it from me. No, I don't have it. I missed that book, I'm telling you. But anyway, let me get back to before. Okay, I got 10 minutes, 20 minutes left. See, I'm getting off on a tangent again. You see, y'all people ain't helping me. You gotta keep me on track. So, let me see. This is all Stone God stuff that I was drawing. See, I was working on guys coming through the Imeldian forest, and I have different people from different areas. And in here, I have a map. Let me see. See, that was me back in the day. That was supposed to be a self-portrait of me back in the day. But, that's another character of mine. A little group that I created. He might show up at some time, but I don't know. That's way back in '94. I drew this. He had animal feet. He's a badass. Killer for sure. Yeah, man, I love him. I can't wait to get him in a book. Can't wait. He's a badass. And his hands and feet are supposed to look like that. He's animalistic. And here's one of my good guys. This is the update. First, let me show you the old version. I gotta show you the old version first. If it's in here, it's gotta be in here. It's got to be in here. See, here's the original Stone God that I was telling you about. See? That was his throne and his helmet. And this was the one who was taking his place. Who was trying to take his place. See, he captured the stone, but like I said, it's going to be a lot bigger. And that's it. You see, I had a little chimps just like the big gorilla dude. That's the avatar for my channel. And then you see the subhumans. Well, those are, like I said, direct ripoff from Fire and Ice. So yeah, I let them stories influence my thoughts way too much. And this was the mentor, the dude that rides in to save them. The horse is way too small. And the legs was way too big. But yeah, I was working on it, man. I'm telling you. See, I got a little bit. See, I had the sun on his neck. I had a little bit of fucking theory going on. Like I'm telling you, see, look at the tail. I had a little bit of going on, man. I'm telling you. Wait. And I've been watching these videos, so and here's the original. Here's the original version. That's my pack. I call them the pack. You're standing on a log, on a rock, and a tree behind them, some vines and moss hanging in the background. This was the original. This was what they used to look like. And then I changed them. Now I'm going to change them again because I want them to look more medieval. This is when I was biting off of Dark Wolf and Fire and Ice. And then I updated them to this. This is the new Stone God. This is the new one. Had some armor stuff on. He had a little staff in his hand with a dragon head. Hold on, let me take this off so you can see everything. These are just individual sheets that's clipped in. That's the mentor with his armor on. See, I don't draw knees like that. I don't draw my quads like that. I don't draw my stuff like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like it. He changed. And you're artist, man. You can tell every little alteration in your work. So it just hurt me to the bone when he did that, man. This is the Stone God. See, with I put the facial hair on his face. Oh, I have another one where I did at work. I have another one where I did at work that came out really good. It didn't have the armor on, but okay, here's the pack that you can see everything. Let me move this away from the clip. Show it out wide. Put it down close. I didn't see. I was supposed to put weapons in his hand. He's supposed to be holding a weapon. Cause he was the bull. He was like the wolf or the lion. He's a bear. And I didn't want to steal Wolverine, but I couldn't think of the small dude. So I did a Fisher, and which is like a Wolverine. It's in the same badger type family. It's called a Fisher. It's black, and it's just like a Wolverine. Ferocious. It's called a Fisher. So that's what I was calling him. See, he got a tail. I think he got a ponytail up there. But I was totally ripping off Dark Wolf. Here he is. Totally ripping him off. I just didn't go this far. I didn't do all of that. Dark Wolf the man. I'm telling you. Necron! You gotta watch this, man. You gotta watch it. You can watch it on YouTube. They got the whole version on YouTube. I don't know if they fixed the volume though, but you can watch the whole thing on YouTube. If I could, I'd put it up, but they'd sue you because you're making money off of. Well, I would eventually, if I get to 1,000 backers and monetize, you basically making money off of your content, and that means you're rebroadcasting their shit, and that's against the law. So, but I see some old shit up on YouTube. I might try to post some of my old shit. I got some of that old shit. I got an old one with Mickey Rooney coming in soon, called The Last Mile. I ain't seen that shit since I was a little kid. And the only part of it that I remember is the end when he says, it's about a prison break. They take hostages and they trying to break out of prison. And they're trapped in there and they got the place surrounded. And people get killed. And at the end, Mickey Rooney is like, man, I think I'm going. They knew that the courtyard was pinned down with guards with guns shooting at them. But he was tired. He didn't want to fight no more. He said, man, I feel like going out for a breath of air. And just walked out into the courtyard, and all you heard was blah, 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 blah. It was great. See, those old movies ain't like what they play today, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, people say you can't, these SJWs talk about how you need to see representation, man. I was a little black kid coming up, watching all these white boy gangsters doing their thing. You think I didn't look and say, yo, man, I can appreciate that. I can see what they was doing and understand the differences and good and evil that they was talking about. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can find my map. I have a map. Here's another color drawing that I was doing of the Stone God. Like I said, everything was gonna be real primal and like in Fire and Ice. It's supposed to be way back in prime ages with dinosaurs still. And I hope my map is still in here. Might have moved it. Well, let me show you the rest of these updated versions. So this is the dude in the middle, his updated version. Lion Claw. That's supposed to be his mane, I guess. I put it all the way in the back. I didn't want it to look like a big hairdo whipping around like Lion-O. I didn't want that, so I just put it into a ponytail like. And he has the claws and a sword and a full moon. Yeah, I have all kinds of stuff I started coming up with. I'm telling you, man. So that's the first one, and then War Bull. Got the energy coming off. He's got Half Moon. He's got the hammer. War Bull. And then there's another one where there's a group shot I gotta show y'all. I think you already seen it before, but I'm gonna show it again. This is Fisher with Eclipse. See, I was getting more dynamic with my stuff. It's improving my angles. Look at that. He's doing his thing. Fisher. I was doing my thing. See, you're going to see a lot of this. That knife across the back like that, that's going to be my signature. Sort of like Liefeld with his prophet headbands, or what do they call them? Tiaras. I'm sorry, dude. I ain't trying to dish your character, but yo, what else can you call them shits? But whatever, I'm gonna have a lot of dudes with that knives like that across the back and over the shoulder and all kinds of stuff like that. I like that look. So, and here's a fourth dude. And again, this is kind of a ripoff, but it's not, because it's not coming out of his hands. They're coming out of his braces. It's the weapons, his braces. They're not attached to him. And there's 4 claws. It's not Wolverine ripoff. It's not. I'm telling you, it's not. This is just me, Black Bear. And look at he's a badass too. Look at him, yeah, snarling and yeah, with his beard and everything. He really rip a dude in half. Look at him, all the way down, all the way down. Look at that. See how I draw my legs? I don't draw them like that. He can understand that. You're not supposed to change a man's work. I know there's going to be some influences, but damn, you don't change a man's work. I would never do that to somebody else's work. Never. You basically took my idea and stole it. You might as well have just drew it over. And then that's Homeboy again. I can't find my map, because they had another drawing of the Stone God. It was really bad. I did it on at work, and I brought the paper. It was a piece of paper from work. It had the assignment for the day. How much time? I got 24 minutes. Dang, nag, bitch. Blast the blum. That's my Yosemite coming out. My Yosemite Sam. The roughest, toughest, meanest hombre that ever walked the Pecos. Come on, that's all I want to show. Oh, here it is. See, there's the assignment sheet. It used to be called Winston Networks, but it's closed. It was taken over several times. Those are the bus numbers. Done. And here's the Stone God. That's the first time I drew him looking like that. I wanted to redo his look. I just didn't want him looking like that. And this is the first time I drew him looking like that. Look at the muscles. Look at them rippling muscles. Look at that. Of course, now I probably make bigger deltoids. Much bigger deltoids, but other than that, I wanted him to be more dragon-like, but because of his imprisonment, he's not as dragon-esque as he once was. So, yeah, this is his look, man. He's stuck like this forever. I think I call him a taco den. A taco den. A taco den. A taco den. Yeah, a taco den. Something like that. I might change it, but he's going to look like this. He's going to have clothes and some kind of outfit because, again, I don't want it to be primal anymore. I want it to be more medieval. So there's going to be more looking closer towards the Witcher look. I've been thinking about updating it for a while. Before Witcher. Back in the... I just haven't gotten to designing it. And here's the map that I was doing. See, I got north, south, west, and this is Harrods Point, and different locations. I got all kinds of stuff. I called it Galapagos after the Galapagos Island, and I used to watch a lot of nature shows and stuff like that. And they said the Galapagos meant one whole. So that's what I wanted this to be, one giant continent before the split. And so that's the name of the planet, is Galapagos. And so, and I have different regions, and I was creating my own language for this story. That's how deep I was into it. That's how deep I was going into this story, man. And here's a werewolf that I did in school. And back to my prophecy. I got my my Blu-ray of Prophecy with Talia Shire. So, yeah. I'm going to be updating him. After this video, I'm going to do some more drawing. I was supposed to do some drawing yesterday, but I wound up going online and talking to Gargoyle, about his old drawing that I did. Does this one have the sphere on it? Because I was doing spheres. Here's another tiger that I had done. I was trying to get these low down poses down. I hadn't been drawing in these types of angles and foreshortenings, and so I wanted to learn these. So I started practicing drawing my knees and stuff like that. So look at that. See, his toes should be thicker. But I wasn't thinking like that. Like I said, some things come to you over time. You start thinking differently. Like this guy, he's a ripoff of Darth Vader. The helmet, Star Wars. No, I didn't have a sphere. I thought I had a sphere floating around behind him. No, I didn't. But this is how I used to draw. This is the first drawings. Look at how big his hand is. One arm is, and then the other one is kind of skinny. But he still had bigger hands. You can see in my other drawings, I toned that back right quick. Well, he's not fair, but if you can't make out this guy, too tough. His hands got smaller. His hand's supposed to be big. Yeah, it's getting about that time, 33 minutes, and then they're going to split that sucker, so I'm going to have to shorten up this video. Otherwise, I'd go through it, and maybe there'll be, I don't know if I have, I know I have more drawings. I haven't showed you drawings of Noda. I haven't showed you, oh, here's a Here's another ruler. I showed you another version of this guy. He had a robe on at that time. You see? He's a snake man. See his coils? Doing my thing, baby. I'm telling you, I was creating all kinds of lore and backstory and everything, man. Here's the another creature. Look at that. He's biting somebody in half. Telling you, I got my terrors. Just like in the Fire and Ice, that big lizard or reptile that came out of the lake or whatever it was, and just ripped those dudes into shreds and ate one of them and walked away, growling. That's what and this is the first time I drew this guy. The first time I drew him, and I had to color it because it came out good. It was just supposed to be a regular sketch, a rough play, and it came out so good, so I colored it. I liked it so much, I colored it. So now I'm going to keep him like that. I don't know if I'm going to give him a face or anything. I think I'm going to keep him just like this. I don't know what I'm going to call him, but he's a character now. He's definitely a character. So, see it. Look out for him. Look out for him, baby. Look out for him. Because he's coming. He's coming. I'm telling you. I think I have him bouncing around. Look at that. I have him bouncing around. Boing, boing, boing. Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't. He's not. I guess he's not a dead. What's his name? Devil. What's the German kid from X-Men? I forget. Oh, Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler. I guess I might have been thinking about him when I was sketching this, or when I was designing it, or maybe I wasn't thinking about it. I just, after I drew it, I started thinking about it. Somewhere along the line, I started considering he could be some kind of a Nightcrawler type character, but I know he's not. He doesn't use teleportation. So anyway, let me get off of here. It's already 32 minutes, and I don't want to cut it off again. So this is Indigenous Monstrosity, and if I find any more drawings that pertain to the Stone God story, which I know I have, I will. There will definitely be a part 3. So I'm signing out, and to all my monsters and monstrosities, and all of my demonics and all of my bestial forms, bring yourself back to the pit.